And good morning. Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center. And we have a show for you today.
We sure do. We've got Dawn, who is a voice and visibility strategist, which sounds really serious, but actually is a really kind of fun thing.
Well, I just realized it was a design-heavy episode because it was all about design.
Yeah, we've also got Cory here, who is the president of AIGA. Arizona. He was very make sure I say Arizona.
It's the Arizona chapter.
Yeah, the Arizona
they
chapter.
do this really cool event they've been doing for like 17 years.
Yep.
Phoenix Design Week, which is a really cool event.
Yeah, so we're going to hear from Cory about what you can expect from Phoenix Design Week, and Dawn actually went and made it a little personal with Marshall and I about our style.
She did.
So you get to get a little peek at that.
Good morning. Welcome back to the morning show. I am Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at our fabulous Arizona Center.
That keeps, it's like every day. You know, it's so funny. Shella just texted me something, and I was like, I pinch myself every day that we're still here.
I know.
In this amazing space.
And every time someone new comes and visits us, they're like, wow.
Or if they saw the old student and then they see this student, they're like, oh my gosh. It's like the Jeffersons are moving on up.
Moving on up. Yeah, I know.
So indeed we are.
Sorry, we've talked about this maybe before. I have the smallest ears in the world, and so my little ear thing never wants to stay in
You just suddenly stopped, and I was like, oh no. Was there a murmur? It's like, what's going on?
Did she have a mini stroke? What's happening?
Right.
No. We've been battling it out today, me and this earpiece, so.
Understandable.
No, we really do have such a good episode for you. Dawn is here, and she is talking about, I love it. It's the 3 Ps: presence, power, and profitability,
right.
And what you wear, how that impacts that, and it plays a role in all of that. And she is really thoughtful in how she approaches her work.
Extremely thoughtful.
Yeah.
And the fact that she was able to involve us as well.
Right.
And not just generic.
And that we both resonated with it.
Oh, completely.
It wasn't like, no.
Right. It's like, well, yeah, I don't know who you were looking at, but that wasn't me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nailed us pretty good.
Yeah. No. In the not dirty way. I
didn't even think of that. I was like.
Sorry, my brain. What can I say?
Your teenage brain.
Oh, I'm a teenager now. You keep calling me old lately. I'm getting a complex from Marshall. We also have Cory here.
Right.
And Cory is talking about a big event that happens annually here in Arizona, Phoenix Design Week.
Yeah. It's always so much fun. I was MC at one point, and some of those speakers that I got a chance to hear, I became friends with.
Well, and I guess I was trying to figure that out because I keep hearing so much about it, and I've been kind of curious about it, but I'm not a designer. So, do I belong there? And you can say no. I don't mind, but.
It's like there were so many different facets of folks who were there, from students to professionals, and so I think just the mix of folks that were there.
Yeah.
It was also so interesting in just what the keynote speakers brought, the workshops they were able to attend. So it was really fun just getting to almost slip into someone else's world.
Yeah.
Because we both do a lot with design, whether we realize it or not.
No, we do.
So in some ways you are a designer.
Well, I bet he would throw a fit, but I'm a Canva designer. I'm pretty good at a Canva design, which a lot of designers kind of knock that down, but I'll say, that really is a skill. I've seen other people's Canva designs.
I gave up on Canva because I'm like, I do my 1983 paint for Mac Paint.
Yeah.
That's my level, because it's like that Canva thing. I'm like, it's not doing what I want. I just want this.
No, I design most of our stuff that we use for the morning show. Any of the visuals, I've designed stuff for like email campaigns in there. Like it's a really great tool. I've had a lot of, I think, success with it, but I still know that a lot of designers, when you say like, oh yeah, I design in Canva, they're like,
well, I'm still using Mac Paint. So.
Judge. Sorry, Cory.
You know, but it was funny because it's like whenever I would like do like a design for something, people are going, wow, that's really, and I'm like, well, yeah, because I don't have the same eye as everyone. And that's kind of the fun there, is you get to meet people who look at the world a little bit differently.
It's true.
And so that's the fun of it, is just kind of connecting with those folks.
And I mean, like I was telling Cory, I go to creative mornings, and a lot of those are designers, and I love hanging out with those people,
right.
You know, so. Marshall, you didn't say anything about my hair.
You mean the fact that it's so much shorter?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted people to know that. So how much, so when you, how much did you?
I cut it myself, so.
I was like, the ghost of Vidal Sassoon came in.
No, it's been so hot and it gets so tangled, especially after I dyed it, bleached it to go pink. All the bleachy stuff
Oh yeah, that really screws your hair up.
And so I had been having so much pain lately, and I washed my hair and I went to brush it out, and it was just like giant knots, and I was like,
right.
Ah, snip. So
goodbye.
So about this much.
Nice.
Yeah. I feel good.
Yeah, right.
Good.
Maybe tomorrow it'll be even shorter.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm already having a little bit of buyer's remorse that I lost some length, but honestly, it feels a lot healthier, so that's a plus.
Well, yeah, because you also, I mean, especially that stuff that you had bleached. I mean, you're getting rid of that, so.
Yeah. So anything that grows out now will be a lot healthier.
It'll be more Melissa.
You should have seen, though. I almost sent you a picture. My hair got so curly after I cut it. Because all that weight was
gone.
Yeah,
so suddenly
so like bling.
Oh, and you didn't send a photo?
No.
I wouldn't have laughed.
Yeah, you would have. It's okay then.
Yeah, I would have. So.
All right. Well, I think it's time for you to meet Don and Cody. So we're going to jump right into some interviews, and we hope you enjoy.
And welcome back to the morning show. I am Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the fabulous Arizona Center. And we are here with another one of my Women 360 sisters.
Yes.
We've got Dawn here. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, how are you?
So good. So good to have you here.
I'm happy to be here. I know this is going to be fun.
It's going to be a blast. So you are a voice and visibility strategist.
I am.
What does that mean?
I was waiting for you to ask me that. Well, in order for me to set myself apart from everybody else that does what I do out there, I know there is more to a woman than just putting clothes on their body. And there's so much more, and I learned this through my 15 years of being a certified image consultant. And where that came from is, as I sat down with women, I just learned that there was more inside of them. Because if I dressed you and you couldn't walk out that door feeling confident, it wasn't going to resonate. Your message wasn't going to come across like it needs to. And if you can't knock that out of the door, then why are we doing this work?
Right.
So I don't piecemeal, I do the whole enchilada. I'm all about the whole woman, not just pieces of it.
I love this because there was a time in my life where I probably would have been really grumpy if I met somebody like you. Because here's why though. So I would have been across the street at Channel 12 in the Arizona Republic or USA Today, and they had a big problem with like how I looked, how I dressed, how I presented myself. And so they would bring in image consultants to kind of, but it was like the stodgy reporter look, like wear black blazers, don't wear the giant earrings. And it's like, well, I don't want to do that, but what I'm hearing from you is you don't take that approach. You actually think about what's going to make the person feel good.
Exactly.
And want to kind of embody not just how they look, but how they feel. So,
exactly.
yeah.
And back to what you just said, that's the old way of doing things. questions.
Oh, good.
Okay, let's step into who you are.
Yay.
How do you want to show up? How do you want to be perceived? And
Yeah.
how do you want the world to see you?
Yeah.
So it depends on your career and what you're doing. Now in the corporate world, it might be a little bit different, but I even bring that out of corporate women is, okay, what makes you different than everybody else doing what you're doing?
Right.
What makes you feel good and when you get out of bed every day?
Right.
So let's bring that forward. And how I do that is by building a personal brand style. And I take 3 to 5 words and I help you come up with these 3 to 5 words that resonate who you are and what you're stepping into. And when I can do that for you, then these words have to resonate. They should give you goosebumps when you think about it.
Okay.
So that is where I start my clients. And then from there we go into, okay, now we can do color, now we can do style, now we can go into your closet and we can shop. These words should resonate your closet. Every day you walk in there, you should feel great about walking in your closet.
That's cool. I like that starting point. And I think it's interesting, you know, Marshall, not a woman, but
Thank
That's
you for
okay.
that.
for clarifying, in case you didn't know.
I love it.
But one of the things that I thought was really fun about Marshall when I first started to get to know him was you wear just what makes you happy that day.
Exactly.
Like he doesn't really care if it matches. He doesn't care. Like it's just what do I feel like right now, and how do I want to express myself today? I thought that was so fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
And
'cause
guess what?
We've all seen those makeover shows where the after and the person is just so like self-conscious about the wearing that it's going, they look better before because they were themselves, and now there's someone else and they're not happy about it, but you've got them now on TV, so they have to try to look happy about it. But
So that's why I start with the 3 to 5 words.
no, exactly.
Because
that was
if
actually
you
really
need
good.
to step into that, because if they aren't feeling it, it's not going to feel right.
Right.
And I remember those shows.
Oh, yeah,
What not to wear, you know, let's get
they're-
rid of
they're,
everything and
cool to watch 'cause
everybody.
it's like, wow.
But guess what?
What?
I put words together for you two. Would you like to know what I came up with?
Yes, please.
And you
Of
either will
course.
like them or you will not.
Okay.
But we will start. We will start with Melissa. Now, Melissa, excuse me, I'm going to pull this off here.
Okay. She taped it too
I
good
did.
for her
Obviously,
own.
the tape sticks really well. Melissa, what I came up with
Ooh.
you was playful, confident, vibrant, and expressive.
I am all those. Yeah.
And the last time I saw you, I probably would have said bold in here too.
Okay.
Do you like them words?
I do. Yeah.
Do they fit you?
They do. Yeah. They really
Awesome.
do. Yeah.
That's great. See, I wasn't off.
You were not off.
Okay, now Marshall. I do this for men too, by the way. Even though women are my target audience. Creative, eccentric, relaxed, and bold.
I would say those are really 4 good words for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm spot on. Now, would you have
Indeed.
told me if they weren't?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If
You
you,
just
had,
never
if,
know.
you, if you had to mirror down for either one of us, we both would have been like,
Oh, no, no,
We
no, no.
one, we have no poker faces,
Yeah.
and 2, we are a lot of things, but like liars, we are not. So
yeah, poker face, have not a good one. So,
Well, and that's why I love doing what I do. And if it didn't feel right, we'd go back to the drawing board.
right.
yeah.
And we would pick the words that actually resonate with you and that you want.
Right.
It's not about what I want, it's about what you want. And then we figure out the rest after that. So then you both embody presence very well through different expressions here. Now, Melissa, you're more through vibrant, polished, and expressive energy. Does that feel good?
That does feel good.
And Marshall, though creative eccentricity, through creative eccentricity and laid back confidence.
Yep.
Because when I see you on your shows, you're more laid back in your chair. Even though you're forward, you're a little laid back, and
Yeah.
that's how I picked up.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I brought my mannequin here. Well, you're probably wondering what
Which
she's
is
doing here.
beautiful, by the way. I
I know,
love
I had to
this.
run over and
I
touch
know.
the-
I figured you would love
Yeah,
this.
I
I already
do.
touched the coat. So.
Yeah, isn't it feel
That
good?
was the first
'cause
thing
I
he
was
did.
surprised
Yeah.
it wasn't painted. That was my first
Oh,
thing. I was
yeah.
like, oh, she had a local artist paint that, but no.
Nope.
It's
nope.
stunning,
Nope.
yeah.
I love it's boutique-y, and I love different things. I love being unique.
Yeah.
So this mannequin, excuse me, no nose running, artistic, with the hand-painted coat here.
Yes.
Basically. Bold, the mix of colors that we
Yeah.
pulled together. Now you can pull a lot of different colors in
Yeah.
here. You see that? I've used it with the pink, the coral, green. You can put white underneath here. You can do just about, or do all monochromatic black, or all monochromatic, any other color
Right.
that you want to choose. Expressive conveys personality and creativity with the words. Eclectic, a unique, unexpected blend of classic tailoring. And confident. It takes presence to wear something this striking.
I love that.
Yeah.
I
Isn't it
love,
beautiful?
Yeah, and I love that when you sent us your email, there were 3 P's. It was presence, power, and profitability.
Yeah.
And I think that's so cool because even in like business retreats and other things that I've gone to, those seem to be kind of constants in what people are working towards of achieving.
Right.
You know, the presence, the power, and then of course the profitability, especially if you're a business owner or, you know, in any kind of a business role. And I love that you integrate that into your consulting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I found that a lot of business women out there today, if you're just starting off or if you've been in it a while, you might not be as profitable as you think you are.
Yeah.
And how do you get there? There's pieces that are missing. And it's either our presence is missing or we're not stepping into our true authentic power.
Right.
And we get shrunk down all the time. Or we give our power away so much to, we don't even know who we give it to or what we give it to. We give it to fear, we give it to maybe a parent,
Yeah.
something that's, you know, sticking in the back, a child, it could be a boss, it could be anybody or anything. And then when you can take that, when you can figure out where you're giving your power away, you can step into owning it, that goes away.
Yeah.
Then you stand up and you own who you are. And it's about women stepping in and owning who they are. When they dress like this, own it.
Right.
Walk out the door tall. You know, I'm going to knock this out of the park today.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. And when you can figure out what's going on here and take care of this is a piece of cake.
Yeah.
There's more to that. That's
Yeah.
why, you know, you can throw clothes on anybody's body and it's a piece of cake, but if the words coming out of their mouth does not resonate, it's a disconnect.
Well, and that goes back to that old adage of, are the clothes wearing you or are you wearing the clothes?
Right.
Exactly.
I mean,
Hey, so true.
And it is so a couple of things. My brain went to a couple of different directions. One, right, we just had Kelly on as a guest, and Kelly was also talking about how all the different ways women tend to kind of shrink themselves and make
Yes.
themselves smaller. And I love the reinforcement of this idea with stepping into your power and kind of owning your presence and who you are. I think that's so important. And now we have this other representation of doing that through your style and through how you're presenting yourself. And I think about too, like a lot of the times I'll go into, not so much now that I'm doing my own thing, but I think about all the times when I was in corporate and I'd step into rooms and it was very clear to me that people would make assumptions about me based off of that I had a pink blazer on or that I looked, you know, different. And then it took them a little bit for just to talk to me and be like, oh, she's smart.
Oh, yeah.
You know what
Amazing,
I mean? Yeah,
huh?
right? Like, and there was a choice that I made where, okay, well, I could either wear the black blazer and just, you know, not deal with that, but also that's a them problem. That's not a me problem. Those are assumptions that they're making, that they're
right.
placing
I think we
me.
both run into that situation where it's like people are always like, oh, well, you're not dressed like the norm, like I would think.
Right.
And it's like, no, I'm not.
That's on them. And
Yeah,
that is the truth. And it is a
completely.
reflection on how they see you, is something going on inside of them.
Yeah.
And their norm is probably what they grew up with. You know how we all grew up back in the day, right?
Yeah.
We dressed alike, we looked alike, we all wore suits, we all did the same thing, talked the same way. It just seemed like nowadays it's nobody's doing that as much anymore.
Right.
And if I can bring that true authentic piece of you out,
Yeah.
that's going to make you shine. People should be magnetizing themselves toward you. And the other piece to that too, if they don't like the way you look, they're not in your tribe. They're not part of your tribe.
Well, that's
Amen.
That's
Yeah.
exactly part of it. There's also that litmus test of it's a filter.
Yes.
It's
Right.
like, okay, well, you know, if you don't like this, you're going to keep on walking and you're not going to say hello.
Exactly.
But if you're like, oh, like, well, wait a minute, tell me about those earrings. Where'd you get them?
Yeah.
Because there's usually a story behind everything.
There is,
So-
and there's
Yeah.
a story behind each and every one of us too.
That's
Exactly.
true.
And until you get to know somebody, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know where they came from. You don't know their life. You don't know who they are. But as they say, you judge a book by its cover. Everybody's being judged, and we judge everybody else by the first impressions that they set for us. But again, in our eye, if we can't say, gosh, you look interesting, I'd really like to meet you.
Yeah.
You know, wow, I love your glasses. Tell me the story behind those glasses. Do you see? That's a different way.
Oh, very much so.
Instead of going out there and looking at somebody and saying, hey, you know, I don't think I want anything to do with this person. Instead of saying, wonder what her story is.
Yeah.
Oh, completely.
I wonder what his story is. And if you can go out and say that, you're a better person because you're more interesting or interested instead of interesting.
Right.
Right.
Be interested in them, not interested in yourself.
Yeah.
It's not about you, it's about them. Make them feel good. And when
That's
you make
right.
someone feel good, you have a friend for life.
That's true. That's very
Indeed.
true. Yeah. Ooh, she's dropping some wisdom today.
know.
Look at that. No, I'm curious. This must be close to your heart. I mean, to go from being an image consultant to something, you know, similar in the kind of the same arena, but and using those skills to now do this. Tell me why this is so important to you.
You had to go there? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, since I was a child, I never grew up with a mom that taught me how to dress and put makeup on or do my hair or anything like that. Something I had learned. But as a teenager, I was teased. I was a lot heavier when I was growing up. I was teased, they called me saddlebags, thunder thighs, or pear-shaped. And then so I acquired bulimia
Okay.
in my teenage years. Not because I wanted to be skinny, but just so I could have my power.
Yeah.
You know, have something that I could be worthy of. And then I had kids when I was younger, and after I had kids, I lost some weight. But you know, I had a rambunctious little boy in my life, and he was my I don't know what you call it, my strength,
Yeah.
or you know, the child that did everything but nothing, so
Yeah.
to speak. He was the one that gave me a run for my money. And through my early 20s, I actually acquired anorexia. So I was losing weight like water was coming off.
Yeah.
One day I got on the scale and I looked down, it was 107 pounds.
Yeah.
And that's when my heart stopped and I go, oh my gosh, something has to change and change now, because either I'm going to disappear literally or whatever,
Yeah.
physically, you know, and then I just knew either he has to go or I'm going to leave,
Yeah.
one of the two, and I had to give him away to his dad. So was that a proud moment? No, it's one of the hardest dang things I ever did in my life.
Yeah.
And I love him dearly. He's on his own path today. I can't change what he's doing today, but I changed my situation so I could be here today.
Yeah.
So when he's ready to come and meet this person,
Yeah.
I'm ready for him. So
Yeah.
that's where
Thank
the
you for
image
sharing
came
your
Yeah,
story.
thank you so much
Yeah.
for
up.
sharing
asking.
that.
No,
Yeah.
really, thank you for asking.
Yeah. No.
I appreciate it.
And I appreciate you
tough.
being vulnerable about it and
Right.
talking about that. We do that all the time on this show, share some of the hard parts, you know?
Yes.
So thank you.
And back to that, you know, just a little story about that is when I show up today, I show up so differently, but I'm not going to let people steal my power away from me anymore.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'm not apologizing for who I am today.
Yeah.
Because this is a long road
Yeah.
that, you know, got me here, and I'm proud of being who I am and where I am today. So I'm
Yeah.
very happy. And if I can change somebody else's life in any way, shape, or form by even standing up and owning that, then I did my job.
I love that. I think that makes you so real and relatable, and
Thank
you
you.
know, I think it makes probably a lot of women feel less intimidated and less afraid to ask for this kind of help, and so
Yes, thank you.
that's important, you know. So speaking of that, why don't you share where people can find out more about you, about what you do, and contact you if they would like to work with you?
Sure. Well, you can go, it's under my name, dawnstebbing.com is my website. You can reach out at me, dawn@dawnstebbing.com for my email. And my phone number, 651-307-0342. Call me anytime.
There you go. Well, thank you so much, Dawn. This was really cool, and I have to say, thank you for being so thoughtful and caring in how you approached the power words and the statements for Marshall and I. We both really resonated with that. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. All right, keep it right here, though. We've got even more incredible things coming your way, so stay tuned to the morning show.
And welcome back to the morning show. I am Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
The fabulous Arizona Center.
And I am so excited to talk about this next interview segment here. It's a big deal here in Arizona.
It really is.
Yeah, so I'll stop being mysterious. We have Cory here, who is the president of AIGA Arizona, and I just had to ask him what that what that meant, what it stood for, which he very kindly explained. But you are here today to talk about Phoenix Design Week. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Phoenix Design Week is our big design event for the year. It is our 17th Phoenix Design Week here in the Valley, and I think we're proud to say that it's probably the largest design event in the Southwest.
That's huge.
Yeah, and it's a conference that lasts 2 days, but it also kicks off a week-long series of events around the Valley. So there could anyone who wants to do a creative event can add it to our calendar, and there's events all the way from like Flagstaff to Tucson to Mesa, Gilbert, Tempe, Scottsdale.
Oh, I didn't realize it was so expansive. Okay, well that's fascinating.
Well, and usually there's all kinds of fun workshops as well. So it's like definitely check out the list of things that are open.
Yeah, we have breakout sessions. We have obviously 6 keynote speakers this year, and in between the keynote speakers, there are breakout sessions.
Okay.
And then there's some pre-conference workshops as well. So if you're not going to the conference and you want to pay a smaller amount of money to go to a workshop, you can. And some of the workshops are free to conference attendees, and some of them are free to the public as well.
Oh, that's a great thing to know. And so you had shared some of the keynote speakers, and I apologize if I butcher any names, but this year they have Emily Ruth Cohen of Casa Dabka. They've also got Dan Jansen and Dustin Noden of Lincoln Design Company, typeface designer Laura Worthington, ASU instructor and tribal advocate Sadie Redwing, Bill Gardner of Logo Lounge and Gardner Design, and finally Michael Jonda of More Creative Academy. So pretty robust and impressive lineup of speakers.
Yeah, covering a lot of subjects as well.
So tell us some of the highlights. I mean, obviously the keynotes are probably going to be a highlight of the time span, but what are some of the big things that people should be kind of looking out for?
Well, selfishly, it's about bringing the community together.
Yeah. I
mean, ultimately, we're a big believer in community at AIGA, and we kind of believe that community is built by the people who show up. So this conference has grown to such a size that we kind of feel like everyone in the design community is here in one space for 2 days, and that's really important to us. So I think that's the biggest part of the conference.
So let me ask you this, because there's a lot of other industry and professional conferences, and sometimes you hear those conferences are for people that are maybe more established in their field, and some conferences are for newbies, some conferences are for everybody. Where does this fall?
I would say we run the gamut. Not only is the creative industry so diverse with, photographers, illustrators, marketers, writers, copywriters, designers, you name it, coders. Obviously, there's something for the conference for all of those, especially with the breakout sessions and the workshops. We really try to cover everyone from students to someone who's been in the industry for 30 years.
Yeah. And we just found out a fun fact that Marshall actually was an MC one year.
Yeah, no, and it was great. I mean, especially the accessibility of then the keynote speakers was, I mean, several of them became like Instagram, even though they weren't local. It's like we still stay in contact with each other, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And that was several years ago, so.
Yeah. So what did you think the highlight of the conference was the year you did it?
It was just kind of meeting and seeing people connecting and learning more about each other and forging kind of new new things to start off and to look at. John Aravisu was there as well, was one of the keynotes, and getting to know his art. And actually then when I got to a point where it's like, somebody's like, hey, I need an art. It's like, well, talk to John. This is right up his alley. So it was really kind of fun having more on my plate to be able to kind of hand off to folks, but then also seeing that same thing happening with them as well.
Yeah, connectivity is a huge part of it.
Right.
Getting everyone in that room for 2
And
days
it's
is really
so different than if it was an online thing. But being able to just sit there next to each other and
yeah, there is an energy there that you can't duplicate online.
completely.
I think I go attend creative mornings pretty regularly, and AIGA.
They're one of our partners.
Yep, is a partner, and they talk about Phoenix Design Week a lot, and there are a lot of designers that attend creative mornings, and this is something that they look forward to every single year and speak so highly of. And so if this is an event that you haven't checked out before, I definitely invite you to do so. Can you tell us some of the basics, when, where, all that kind of stuff?
The conference kicks off Friday and Saturday, September 19th and 20th. And obviously that kicks off a week-long events through the 26th, I believe. And all the information can be found, all you got to remember is 5 letters, phxdw.com.
Okay.
And the same thing with Instagram, it's just at phxdw.
And how did you get involved with this? I'm just curious, kind of your personal connection to it all.
I've been involved with AIGA for 22 years.
Oh, wow.
And I started a student chapter at a college I taught at 20-some years ago. And I became the educational director on the board of directors for a while. And then I became the secretary on the board of directors. And then I took some time off. I came back as the VP, and now I'm the president. So I've kind of spent my whole professional career inside of AIGA.
Well, thank you so much for sharing about Phoenix Design Week. Is there anything else that we should know, or?
Tickets are still available,
Okay, that's a good thing to know.
but they go fast. So go to that website and check it out.
Perfect. All right, well, make sure you get your tickets to Phoenix Design Week. Also, if you go and you want to share about your experience, please let us know. We would love to hear from you and repost, reshare, kind of get the word out there about all the amazing things that you're experiencing. You can tag us at On The Morning Show on Instagram, or you can actually send us a good old-fashioned email at hello@onthemorningshow.com with your content. And we are so happy to promote Phoenix Design Week as much as we can while it's happening and even before, so we'll make sure we share something about getting tickets to that.
Well, and also it's a fun website just kind of keep tabs on, because there's events all year long. I mean, there's the conference, but then there's also other
obviously
things as well.
The Arizona chapter obviously puts on events a year round. We usually do what we call a professional event every month and a student-oriented event every month, and those range from workshops, guest speakers, to more interactive experiences for students. So go to phoenixdesignweek.com and you can link to AIGA or AIGA Arizona and get all of our events.
Beautiful. Well, we love the impact that you're making in community. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Please keep it right here. We've got some incredible things coming your way on the morning show.
Indeed we do. Welcome back to the morning show. I am Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. I guess we're doing intros for the Things to Do segment now.
Oh,
He can't help it.
I was like, oh, okay. Let's just launch into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we got some viewer submissions for things to do
All right,
that
what did we
I'd
get?
like to
What did we
share
get?
with
What did
you.
we get?
Yeah, they actually sound pretty cool. So we've got a Pints and Poses at the Dark Sky Brewing Tap Room in Flagstaff.
I was going to say, because I was like, Dark Sky is up in Flag.
Yep. This is happening 10:30 a.m. on Sunday the 14th. And basically it's yoga. It's yoga and beer. Is this April? Is this I wonder if this is April. Remember she said she does some stuff like this.
Oh, maybe it is her doing her.
Yeah, so you can
Beer
join
and
in
yoga.
on a yoga session at Dark Sky Brewing, and then basically enjoy a pint of beer after you're done.
Oh, not while? Like downward dog in a little dog bowl full of beer?
Wow, he just invented something. Yeah. I feel like we need a video of you doing that now.
Oh, yeah, but downward dog. Yeah, that's such a pleasant pose. It's pretty.
Since when are you pretty? I'm old, you're awkward. Let's just roll with it.
Eccentric.
Oh, right, eccentric. All levels are welcome. You do not have to be a yogi or a pro to join in. You could be as bad at downward dog as Marshall is. And it's just $15. So there you go.
There you go.
That's a pretty good price.
Yeah,
Plus, it's always great to get up to Flagstaff and have a little bit cooler weather.
indeed it is.
We've also got happening at the Dark Sky Brewing Company the Acoustic Emo Night in the Beer Garden at 6 p.m. As an emo elder, I'm pretty thrilled about this. Sad songs just hit different. You can gather on the patio for a night of live, all-request acoustic emo and pop funk anthems. This is a 21-plus event, and there is no cover. I feel like there's going to be a lot of Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance. Emo music is good for the soul sometimes.
Well, almost like acoustic and then slow and soft isn't like anything suddenly emo.
No.
It's fun to stay at the
That is- no.
YMCA.
No. I love your brain, but no. And I'm going to sneak in one more at Grease Paint Youth Theater. They are doing a production of Mean Girls, the musical. I have had the pleasure of actually seeing their rehearsals, and they are incredibly talented. This is like
very
a
cool.
really, really solid performance. So if you are just looking for something fun and you loved the Mean Girls movie, you're going to love this. So go check out Mean Girls
There
at
you
Grease
go.
Paint.
Get
Yeah.
yourself a ticket and go.
They've got like 7 p.m., regular showings, and then they've got a couple 2 p.m. matinees as well. So, all right. Let us know what you end up doing, especially if you go up to Flagstaff and hitting up that Dark Sky Brewery. We would love to see your photos. You can hit us up on Instagram at On The Morning Show, or you can email us at
Hello at On The Morning Show. I was like, oh crap.
.com.
Which one? I was like, wait.
.com.
.com.
All right. Have fun.